There is a war raging right now in the marketplace of ideas.
It's a simple question that now terrifies politicians the world over. And it's this: what is a woman?
There's a chess game, and the ultimate checkmate is, what's a woman?
What is a woman?
Well,
can you tell me what a woman is?
How would you define a woman? What is a woman?
but that hasn't stopped the traditionalists from deploying their newest weapon in the culture war arsenal, the obvious gotcha question.
The real basic question, what is a woman?
And it's a war that's raging on many fronts.
Can you provide a definition for the word woman?
Can I provide a definition? No,
Yeah.
I can't.
You can't?
Not in
Okay.
this context.
So you
I'm not a
believe the meaning
biologist.
of-
What is a woman?
What's that got to do with the price of bread, Piers? I
I've
came in to
literally
speak
told
about
you I'm
freedom of
about to
speech.
debate this
I'm not on that
movie.
segment. Guys, ask the next guest.
What is a woman?
What do you mean ask the next guest? I said ask the next guest.
You don't know what a woman is?
A woman is someone who defines as a woman, period, done. Next
anyone?
Next guest, please.
Anyone? Okay, I'm a woman. Is that, yeah?
I said next guest because that's not my segment.
If I say I'm a woman,
I know you're trying to trap me and I'm not falling
if
for
I
it.
say I'm a woman,
Sorry.
do you agree I'm a woman?
I said next guest because I'm
Right.
not falling for
Because-
it. Bye. You're not getting your little clip out of me, your little audio clip out of me.
Actually, without realizing it, you may have just given me my little clip. That's the
Okay.
point.
That's wonderful for
That,
you.
ironically, is the clip.
But one of those fronts is on the front of not just marriage, but the idea of biblical manhood and womanhood and marriage. Really, a biblical understanding of humanity.
What is a woman? A woman is someone who claims that as their identity. It could be many things to many people.
Well, for me, it's actually a really simple answer, and that's a person who identifies as a woman.
But what are they identifying as?
As a woman.
But what is that?
As a woman.
Do you know what a circular definition is?
I do.
It's sort of like what you're doing right now.
What it means to be a man or a woman made in the image of God.
Would you have a problem if I told you, John, that I identify as a woman?
No, I guess not.
No, go ahead. Doesn't make any difference to me.
What if I told you I identify as a black woman? Would you have a problem with that?
You need to change your skin, dude.
Now, why would I need to do that?
Well, because you're a white guy.
I mean, that's a far stretch, but I mean...
Now, why is that a far stretch? Would you have a problem if I told you that I identify as a woman?
No, I don't mind.
I mean, like, if you want to go around saying that, sure, go right ahead.
What if I told you that I identify as a 12-year-old black woman?
If you believe it, believe it.
More fundamentally, there's an argument about what it means to be a man or a woman.
I was just sharing in my group how one of my coworkers challenged my identity using the trick question of, what is a woman? Sorry, just this idea. So like asking someone like, well, what is a woman? Which is just, gender is already a social construct. So to even ask that question just shows that this person doesn't understand the idea of like what gender is. So many things that we consider as truth. It's just how, that's just what the systems tell us, right? Now that I've had a chance to calm down a little bit. My first instinct would be if you have the energy, and again, sometimes the best thing to do is just be like, I'm not engaging with you, and just walk away. Rose, I am so sorry you had to deal with that. Okay, I'm not gonna go off right now.
Just let that sink in for a moment. We went from having an argument about, what were acceptable sexual practices.
Well, I mean, the real truth is those people are idiots. I mean, I think throughout history, you can see every time there's been social advancement as we wake up. I mean, the American story, the human story is one of constant social awakening and growth. And that's what makes us good.
To then go into an argument about who are acceptable marriage partners.
Today, I sign the Respect for Marriage Act into law. Deciding whether to marry, who to marry, is one of the most profound decisions a person can make.
And now to an argument about what is a male and what is a female, what is a man and what is a woman.
No, I can't, because it's not for me to say. Womanhood looks different for everybody.
What do you define a woman as?
An adult human female.
And what does a female mean?
Well,
how
that's
do you define a female?
someone with female reproductive organs.
Okay.
I will say this, and everybody's gonna hate me, but as a woman, just because you go change your parts doesn't make you a woman.
Right.
Sorry.
You feel that?
I've learned a lot through this. So I think that was one of the reasons it might have happened. Just it was a huge learning experience for me, and I just have a compassion for you know what I think you can, like I said in there, you can call yourself what, like you whoever you believe you are, and no one can dictate that for you or take that away from you, you know.
And all of that goes to the heart of a simple, singular question. Hath God said?
I'm trying really hard to maintain a relationship with God, and I don't think that He made a mistake with me. And that maybe one day I will actually be grateful for being trans. That this isn't some curse, but it's just a different path to the same destination.
Because if He hasn't, then we are free to have those arguments and those debates and to move the goalposts from time to time.
What do you mean by assigned female? Who assigns female?
Yeah, so most times people, when they're born, they're assigned a gender
By the doctors.
Yeah.
Like, what do they base that assignment on?
So basically, it's based on genitalia. So people looking at genitalia and deciding, okay, this is a girl or a boy. And we know now that that sex and gender are so much more than just this binary. Some women have penises, right? Some men have vaginas. That's not how gender works.
But if God hath said, then we're in trouble. And I believe we are.
After 8 seasons, 4 sex change surgeries, quote unquote, and countless hormone treatments, TLC's I Am Jazz star Jazz Jennings still doesn't feel right. I don't feel like me ever, Jennings revealed in a recent episode.
God is the one who creates and defines humanity. God is the one who creates and defines manhood and womanhood. God is the one who tells us what is a man and what is a woman.
Put out a statement saying that you're non-binary and please could people use they them pronouns. How did you feel about the reaction to that?
It's something I've always felt non-binary my whole life.
He doesn't ask us that question, nor does he give us leeway in that area.
Final question, Matt. In the interest of fair play, what is a man?
Well, if a woman is an adult human female, then I suppose a man would be an adult human male, I would say.
I think it really is as simple as that.
But God hath said.
The truth is that the answer to the question, what is a woman, is extremely simple. And it is based on both biology and the way God created and designed humans.
Simply stated, there is no such thing as transgender. You're either XX or XY. That's it. God made man male and female. That is determined genetically. That is physiology. That is science. That is reality.
The fact that this question has become a controversial and debated issue points towards the degree to which our culture has decided to rebel against God and what He has clearly revealed. People are now trying to create their own realities and to raise their fist against God, saying, I will create and follow my own false version of truth, not yours.
This notion that you are something other than your biology is a cultural construct intended as an assault on God.
As Christians, let's not be afraid to directly challenge the insanity that we see around us. Of course, we need to do so with love and tact, and with the goal of proclaiming the gospel of Jesus Christ. At the same time, we recognize that it is inevitable that simply speaking the truth will result in people calling us mean and bigoted.
But then we also have a problem, and probably more of a problem, with the idea of engaging forcefully in a disagreement over ideology. Because what I like to call the 11th commandment. The 11th commandment is, thou shalt be nice. And we don't believe the other 10.
However, we should recognize that it is actually loving to speak the truth and to warn people about the destruction that they are headed towards, with hope that some people's eyes might be opened to the reality of sin and the gospel of Jesus Christ.
So don't let anybody tell you that it's not loving if you stand flat-footed and speak the truth about this issue of homosexuality. What's not loving is to look someone in the eye when God says they are in jeopardy of an eternity in hell and merely wink and nod at their sin because you're afraid of being called names. Speak the truth, saints.
Thank you so much for watching. If you like these videos and want to help support this channel, the best way to do it is to just watch these videos until the end and click the subscribe button. Thank you so much for your support and encouragement.